Hey, how's it going, bros? My name is Aaron. Welcome back to Bro Talk, a weekly episode where I respond to some of your questions and comments. Just last week, Bose announced the new noise cancelling headphones 700, and I've been getting this question a lot, so I thought I'd address it first. Should you pre-order the Bose noise cancelling headphone 700, or should you wait for the Sony XM4, probably going to be announced in September during IFA? Now, I said possibly because there had been no news whatsoever about the XM4s being released in September. But if we go by previous trends, for example, the XM3 and the XM2, they were both announced during IFA in September. So most likely we're going to see a Sony XM4 this coming September as well, but we'll have to wait and see. My short answer to that question is yes, you should wait. Even if the Bose 700 looks impressive on paper. Remember, at this point in time, the Sony XM3 is still regarded as the best noise canceller in the market and a direct competitor to the Bose 700 when it arrives. And we don't know for sure yet how the new Bose 700s will stack up against the current XM3s in terms of comfort, noise cancelling, sound quality. But we do know for sure that the XM4s will be an improvement over the XM3s in one way or another. So it's worth waiting to see what Sony has in store for us in a few months. Those improvements are usually as a result of user feedback, so we'll have to wait and see if some of the issues that people were having with the XM3s will it be resolved in the XM4. And what if the XM4s launch at the same price point as the XM3s, $349? Then the XM3s might go on discount, and some of you might be happy, hey, I can finally get my XM3s at a cheaper price. Or some of you might consider forking out a little bit more money, get the XM4s instead. But either way, it's gonna be cheaper than the Bose 700, retailing at $399. But everything is still pretty much up in the air. IFA is just a couple of months away, so we have to wait to see what is in store for us. In the meantime, let's answer some of your questions. Commenting my video about the top 5 differences between the Sony XB900N versus the 1000XM3 headphones, you can watch this video over here if you're interested. eVlogs asks, should I get the XM3 or the XM2? The XM3. Get the XM3, dude. Don't get the XM2, because the XM3, you could enjoy the noise cancelling without connecting your headphones to anything. The XM2, you have to connect to something. Otherwise, the headphones will switch off every 5 minutes. Very irritating, I know. Get the XM3s, don't get the XM2s, you won't regret it. The next question comes from Vicious Supra. Commenting on my video titled Jabra Elite 65T vs Samsung Galaxy Buds, you can watch this video over here if you're interested. Out of all the earbuds you've tested, which has the lowest latency and least sound delay? My vote goes to the Sennheiser Momentum True Eyes earbuds. These earbuds have the best latency performance I've ever tried in a pair. Okay, so consider getting those if you want the least amount of latency when you're watching videos or playing video games. Next question. Mike Jones commenting on the video I did about the JBL Pulse 3. Wow, that's a very old video. I'm not gonna link it because the video quality is quite terrible. Very old video, okay? Did he piss on that in the shower scene? So, in that video, I did a shower scene with the JBL Pulse 3. I do not ever piss in the shower. Piss goes where it's supposed to go. In the toilet, or... You know what? I'm not gonna tell you guys, okay? Don't judge me. Next question. Abraham Garay commenting on the same video. You are gay. Well, Abraham, I can assure you that I am not gay. I am Jackie Chan. Mustafa Magid Mohammad Fatih commented the video in which I compared the Jabra Elite 65T against the Samsung Galaxy Buds. What is the best bud in calls? Actually, I bought the Galaxy Buds 5 days ago and it's very bad in calls. I need to return it back, but I don't know which is better to buy. I have Samsung Note 8. Please advise. Well, I think Jabra makes some of the best voice call priority earbuds in the market. So I would suggest that you look at a pair of earbuds like the Jabra Elite 65T. Now, those earbuds are great for voice calls. I mean, Jabra, they really spent no expense here. They put in 4 microphones in the earbuds. The standard earbuds only has 2. So those microphones are really designed to optimize voice calls. You can also adjust how much ambient noise you want to hear during a voice call. And if you don't want to hear any ambient noise at all, just go into the app and switch it off. It's totally fine. The only gripes I have about the Elite 65T is that they still use micro USB for charging. So there's no fast charging capability built in. There's also no wireless charging like the Samsung Galaxy Buds. And the button controls are very small. So, you know, for people with fat fingers like me, it doesn't feel as intuitive as, say, touch controls. On the other hand, you also get full-fledged music, volume, and call controls on the earbuds themselves, which is something that I don't usually see among True-Eyes earbuds unless you go for the really expensive ones. Of course, it sounds great as well, great sound quality, and voice call quality is just excellent, really impressed with the Jabras. Next question. Carl Bocanegra commenting on my best custom settings for 1000 XM3 headphones video. Question for you. If I set up the setting the way I like on the app, do those settings carry over when I listen on my laptop, or do the settings only work when using my phone? Thanks. Well, Carl, the settings will only work when you use your phone because you will need the Headphones Connect app, the Sony Headphones Connect app, to recall the settings on the headphones. Since the app is only available on iOS and Android, it's not possible to recall the settings on a laptop, for instance. Next question. Commenting on my video about how to prevent your wireless earbuds from damaging your hearing. Very useful video. I recommend that you check it out over here. It's a great video to share with your friends too, by the way. Wolfino asks, how many dB is a punch with a vengeance? Well, it depends on how hard you punch the like button. And this is what I'm going to ask you to do. If you like this video, please punch that like button with a vengeance and share this video with your friends. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and remember to ring the bell to join Notification Squad because I upload videos every single week. My next video is going to be a review video about the Jabra Elite 85H. I'm going to compare it against the Sony XM4 in terms of noise cancelling and sound quality. So if you want to catch that video, please subscribe and ring the bell as well, okay? Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.